Hello, I decided to do the process analysis essay presentation over how to plug a tire. Um, the things that you need to get the job done is you're going to need a pair of scissors, or you could use a razor blade. You need a tire plug kit. You can get those mostly anywhere, like O'Reilly's, Walmart. An air compressor, a car jack, a wrench, like a wrench tool, and a pair of pliers. The most important thing you need to make sure is you have all the tools you need to get the job done. First, you're going to remove the tire. This is where you use the car jack to lift up the vehicle high enough to remove the tire. Make sure you use the safe lifting points. Never crawl under a vehicle if it's normally supported by a hand jack. Use the impact wrench with the appropriate size socket to remove the lug nuts. Make sure you put these lug nuts in a safe spot where you won't lose them, because you'll definitely need these to be put back on the tire. Now that the tire is off, you can start looking for the leak. You usually can locate the leak just by looking around the tire. Usually you can just find a nail or a screw. But if you cannot locate the leak, you can use soapy water and it'll bubble up and show you where the leak's at. Once you locate the leak, then you'll use pliers to remove the object. This is the most important step of the process. This prepares the puncture hole to be plugged, to be inserted. The tire plug comes with a reamer. You use this by inserting it into the hole and twisting and pulling on the reamer at the same time. After you ream the tire, you're now ready to plug the tire. This step, you're going to insert the plug into the plug holder tool before you insert it into the tire. Push the patch into the tire. Once the plug is inserted, pull the tool back out of the puncture hole and the plug will stay in place. Now that the plug is in place, you can now trim the excess plug. Make sure you do not slash the tread of the tire. This will lead to more incidents of having to replace the tire in the future or in the long run. It just will develop another hole that you may have to patch, plug, or just may end up having to replace the whole tire. You are now ready to put the tire back on the vehicle. Put the lug nuts back in by hand on first to keep from cross-threading the nuts. If you cross-thread the nuts, like the studs, this will make it nearly impossible to install or remove the tire in the future. Once you have the lug nuts tight, you can air up the tire to the rated tire pressure. After you are ready, you're ready to let your vehicle down from the jack. Make sure to use the torque wrench to tighten the lug nuts and make sure the tire stays on.